Hi guys, welcome back to another episode in my makeup diary series. Today we are going to be doing another 7 looks because that is what I do. So if you are new to this series, somehow you stumbled across this video, hi, welcome. It's weird that this was your first video, but I'm glad you're here. So what I do is I will go through everything that is on my face today, and then I will show you all of the other looks that I've done over a span of a week. So it's going to be 7 looks. I think last week ended up being 8 because I miscounted, or I forgot to count the last one anyway. Gonna try to make it 7 this time, so we're just gonna start. So I think what I want to do is I want to try to start incorporating some Christmas looks, because I know when I'm posting this is going to be December, hence like all my Christmas stuff in the background. I love Christmas, so I'm gonna start doing some more festive looks, so maybe I'll start doing that this week. So to start off, I'm not using my Valentino foundation today because I'm running so low, and I'm kind of saving it just to make sure that I have it for like Christmas and the holidays and stuff like that. So I'm using the Fenty Ease Drop because I'm not going anywhere today, and it's also later in the day. It's like 3 o'clock right now, 3:30, so this should be fine longevity wise. I wouldn't normally wear this for more than like 8 hours on my oily skin because I just don't feel like it wears that well on me. So for this purpose, it's going to work well. I'm also using the Lancome concealer. Still, this is the Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. I have mine in the shade Buff N. I love that concealer. It works so well for me. It's a medium coverage. It's kind of lightweight. It spreads so easily, and the color is perfect for me. It doesn't like crease or do anything crazy under my eyes. It's just, it does everything I want a concealer to do, and I just love it. I'm still sort of using the same brow products. I did run out of my West Barnes & Co. brow pencil. I thought I had another one, couldn't find a backup, so I'm just using this one. I had this in my drawer. This is from CoverGirl. I like this as a brow pen. I think it's nice. This is in the shade Soft Brown. And then I'm using the West Barnes & Co. brow pen still. I can't be without this. I can be without the brow pencil, but not the brow pen, because this one is amazing. I've said it so many times. If you've been looking for a pen to do like hair-like strokes, this is amazing. Don't sleep on it. I've used it for so many months now and still hasn't dried out on me. It's just amazing. It's a great color. It just, I have no complaints. I'm trying to kind of breeze through like the boring stuff. I know for some people it's not boring, but for me, like base products are just not that exciting. I'm still using my Wet n Wild translucent setting powder, and I ended up buying a backup because love this powder. I think it's just so great and it's so affordable, and I don't want to spend, why would I spend money on a translucent powder that you can't even see when I could spend money on products that you can actually see on my face? Like, that is way more exciting to me. My bronzer today is still the ColourPop one. I'm kind of thinking about like trying to use this one up because I feel like I've come so far. I might as well just keep going with it, but I really like it. I think it's the perfect color for me. This is the shade I'll Bet. It's a Super Shock bronzer. I will link all of the products that I'm mentioning in this video down below if they are available. I'll try to link as many things as possible. Usually in these videos, my description box is completely full. So if something is missing, it's just because I don't feel like it's very important. My blush today is from Highlghters. I'm using the sort of corally shade. I don't know the name of this because they don't have the names on the packaging, but I will link it down below for you so you can go check it out. Let's go into more of the fun stuff. I am using the Sugar Drizzle palette still on my face. This is the highlighting palette. I'm kind of still testing this out, but I feel like I've gotten my review and my thoughts down pretty well on this, and I feel like the formulas are very consistent across the board. I really like them as highlighters. I think they're beautiful. The only thing that I keep saying about this is that since it is a duochrome palette, it can be a little bit confusing knowing what the shade is going to look like on your face compared to what it looks like in the pan, because I feel like it looks more like the flip on your face than it looks the actual shade in the pan. So if you look at it from the side, you're going to get a better view of what the actual color on the face is going to be, rather than if you look at it straight on, because it like flips and then the light hits it and you're like, wait, I thought that was green, and then it's blue, and then it's, you know what I mean? Like you kind of have to like swatch it and try in different lighting to figure out what color is actually going to show on your face. But these are beautiful. They are that Super Shock formula, so if you don't like those kind of creamy putty highlighters, maybe this isn't for you and you should go with the Noctilucent palette from Blend Bunny instead. But so far I've been really enjoying this, and I'm definitely going to keep using both of these on a very regular basis because I think that they are so fun. My eyeshadow primer, same as always, Natasha Denona eyeshadow base. holy grail for such a long time. Let's move into my eyeshadows because that is way more exciting and so much more fun. So I'm using a new release from Ace Beauté. I should already have a video up with these palettes, so just go ahead and check out the videos on my video page. You should be able to see these. So there are 2 palettes in the new collection. I'm gonna do looks with these to start off. I've already done one, which was in the last episode of this, and then today is the second look that I've done with it. I used this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade. And I used some of the more greeny shades and this one in my other look. And so far I love this palette. I think it is so pretty. And I think that they keep getting better and better. Like, I'm having such a good time with their formula. I think it's amazing, and the shimmers are just so shiny, so easy to work with. I haven't had any problems with creasing. They wear super well. They look beautiful on the lids. They're fairly easy to pick up on a brush. They are a little on the putty side, so you might have to kind of dig in there a little bit, but I find that if you use more of a flat kind of stiff brush, like this is my favorite to use with those kind of shimmers. It's the Refer 21, I had to look at the number, but it's just a very, very flat brush that's a little, I don't like saying scratchy, but there's something about these bristles that just, they pick up those creamy shades really, really well, and I really like that. So love that brush with those kind of shimmer formulas. I'm also just wearing mascara today. I'm not wearing any lashes. I'm wearing my Bad Gal Bang from Benefit as per usual. My waterline I should definitely mention because it is popping. Like, that is looking so good. This is the number 4 pencil from Odens. I feel like the more I use these, the more I like them. I remember in my review, I was kind of like meh about them. Like, I like them, but I didn't love them. And the reason basically was that I feel like they need to be warmed up. Like, the more you use these, the more you kind of get into like the middle portion of the pencil itself. I feel like the creamier it gets, and they're also kind of fragile, so you gotta be careful with them so you don't break them. So you don't want to screw them up too much. You don't want to put too much pressure with them because they might break easily. So in that regard, I feel like they're very similar to the ColourPop ones, which I also really like, but I have the same kind of issues with those too. But I think these are really nice, and once you kind of warm them up, they look so good. Like, they last really well in my waterline as well. I'm also using a couple of rhinestones today because I just thought it would be fun since I have the little like not negative space, but I have a little space in between here where I don't have any mats in my crease. So I just pop one of these. I buy these on Amazon. I can link these down below as well if I got room, but just search for like nail rhinestones or something like that. These are usually meant for nail art, I think, and they're just great for putting on your eyes. And to put it on, I just used this lash glue liner from Kiss. I did get this sent in PR, and it's been really good for doing this instead of having to use like a liquid in a tube, because I can literally just go like this and put a little dot of glue and then put the rhinestone right on top and not have to wait for it to dry or anything. So I don't like these for my actual lashes. I don't feel like they're strong enough personally for me. So I like to use like one of the regular lash glues. My favorite is the blue tube from Duo. Like, this one works really well for me for putting on actual lashes, but I don't like using these pens. Like I said, I don't feel like it's enough, but anyway, let's move on to lips. I'm using a lip liner from Urban Decay. This is so old. I feel like lip liners and eyeliners are the kind of products that I just never declutter. Like, I never declutter them. Like, I'll sharpen them and make sure that they're not like infected and like, you know what I mean? But I feel like they're just gonna last forever. So this is the shade 1993. I have no idea if this is still available. It could be from 1993 for all I know. Okay, maybe not. I was born in 88, so I didn't start using makeup that early, but I've probably had this for at least 5 years. At least. And I like the color of it. I'm just using a gloss on top, which I'm trying to figure out how I feel like I like. It's a very yellow-based gloss, but I feel like on top of this lip liner, it kind of works. And this is one of the Barbie glosses from the Glamlight collection. It came with a lipstick and a lip liner in a set, so you can't buy these individually, but I just wanted to try it, and I really like the formula. I think the formula looks really nice, and I've grown to really like Glamlight's lip products. I feel like, especially for the price, they're really, really, really nice. The only thing that I'm kind of like, I don't want to put a Barbie lip gloss in my bag. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not a Barbie person. I don't want to pull this out and reapply. So this is only going to stay in the studio because I don't want people to think that I like Barbie. Not that there's anything wrong with liking Barbie, but I am not someone who likes Barbie. So I don't want other people to think that I like Barbie. Is that petty? Probably, but I don't care. So I'm gonna put that away in my drawer and just use it when I'm at home. I think it's a really, really pretty gloss, but I wish it didn't have a Barbie theme on it. I wish it was just a regular lip product, but alas, it is not. So we're gonna go ahead and play some more with the palettes here. Next look is going to be with the Aura palette, and I'm really excited. I really want to use like this bottom row along with some of these shades. I think that's gonna look so pretty, so you will see that right now. Here is the look that I came up with today, and I feel like this is pretty festive. Like, that's kind of what I was going for. I sort of wanted a holiday, Christmassy, could be worn to like a Christmas party kind of look, kind of cozy, kind of dark, kind of warm tone, but also, I don't know, I'm feeling festive. And of course I used the Ace Beauté palette, so I'll show you the shades that I used. I used this shade, this shade, this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade. So I used a lot of shades in this, and I really like this look. I think it turned out so pretty. I did go back to my Valentino foundation today, if you were curious, because I am going to be leaving the house today, and I gotta be out for a while, so I just wanted to make sure that my base is looking good for a long period of time. My blush today is from ColourPop. I thought I would pull out another one of the Super Shocks. This is the shade called Marguerite. I never know if I'm saying that correctly, but I think it's a beautiful color. And my highlighter today is actually a shade from the palette, and I wanted to use that because I realized when I used it on the eyes that it's kind of a sheer color. So I took the color down here, which is really, really pretty. Like, it really is that kind of like sheer toppery kind of formula, especially when you put it on a fluffy brush on the face. It looks so good. So I'm so happy I tried that, because I don't think that if I hadn't sort of tried it on my eyes and my inner corner, I don't think I would have put it on my face, because I would have been scared that it would be too metallic, but it looks really, really pretty. My eyeliner today in my waterline is from About Face. This is the shade called Birds of Paradise. I think this is a beautiful orange, and I feel like it kind of complements this look, and I wanted something sort of warm toned, because I just thought that that made sense. My lip combo today is the Endpoint eyeliner from House Labs, because it was just the closest to me nude, and then I'm using the My Perfect lipstick, My Perfect whatever, My Dream lipstick I think is called, from Natasha Denona. I really like this color. I think it really is like a perfect nude, especially for someone of my skin tone. And then my lashes today are the Divine Light from House of Lashes. And honestly, I think the first time I put them on, they became my favorite lashes, because I think that they are so beautiful and they're just so easy to put on. They're everything that I want in a lash, and there's nothing I would change about them. Like, the length is perfect, the band is perfect, the flutteriness is perfect. They just look so good on me. Like, I really like them. If I had to wear these and these lashes only for the rest of my life, I'd be pretty happy, because these are so beautiful. And I think I'm gonna get so much use out of these. My earrings are from Ana Luisa as per usual. And I feel like my hair is finally at a point now where I can actually use it in a pony on its own without it kind of just like sticking up. So it's like long enough that I can start wearing it in a pony. But I'm also like, I need a haircut. Why are we like this? I really do need a haircut though, because my hair is just not feeling its best life on the ends here. It's really, really thin, and I feel like for its own good, it needs a haircut, and then I'll probably go back to wearing my I&H ponies, which I would be wearing anyway, but like, it's nice to have a day where I feel like I can wear it in a pony on its own and have it look kind of cute. So I think that's going to be it for today's look. I'm probably going to just film another look with this one tomorrow, so you'll be seeing a lot of Ace Beauté in this video, but I'm not even sorry, because I'm having a great time with these palettes so far, and I think this look turned out really, really nice. This ended up being the next look that I did with the Ace Beauté palette, and I think it turned out really, really nice. I really wanted to play with the purples in this because, I mean, there's a lot of purples, and I just wanted to make sure that I could try as many of the colors as I could. And I think the only color I didn't use was this one, which I really do want to use this shade because it's a very unique tone of brown. So maybe I'll play with that one tomorrow. I'm very tempted. I don't think I have anything I need to film with tomorrow, so that's exciting. I can kind of play with whatever I want. So yeah, I really like this look. I'm still using the same lashes, which I'm so obsessed with these, and I think that these are literally the perfect lashes. The more I wear them, the more I put them on, I'm like, these are so easy to put on. Like today, they just pop right on. And it's like I didn't even have to adjust them or anything, and they just look perfect. And I think they're amazing. So I feel like this is going to be a lash that I'm going to have in my lash collection for the rest of my life. I still haven't tried all of the other pairs that I got from House of Lashes, so I'm gonna have to do that. I really want to try the Iconics and the Iconic Lights. I feel like those are a little bit bigger though, and I feel like these are just a perfect size for on days where I just don't know what lash to wear. I don't feel like cutting another lash. I don't want to have to worry about the lash not looking good. Like, these are very reliable, I feel like, and I just love them so much. I think that they suit me very, very nicely. For the rest of my face today, I'm using the, where did I put that foundation? Right in front of me. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop, and I've said it before, I don't love it. I think it looks really nice for the first 4, 5, 6 hours. After that, it just kind of starts to just look a little bit yucky on my oily skin. So I don't love it for that reason, but I do think that for filming purposes and for days where I don't have anywhere to go and I don't have to wear my makeup for that long, I do like it. So I am going to keep using it. For my face today, I'm using the new contour palette from Clionadh, which I just got in the mail yesterday and I wanted to try it. I'm also using the, man, I don't know where I put anything today. I'm using the little, where did I put that? This one, I'm using the sort of brightening powder, I think they call it, for setting underneath my eye, and I think that looks really, really nice. Now, I said in my video where I first showed these, I'm not the best at reviewing powders. I just don't really care that much for them. If they do their job, I'm happy, and this did its job by setting under my eyes, and it doesn't look bad. So I think it's a really nice powder, but don't take my review as the end-all be-all of reviews of this powder, because I don't know what I'm talking about. But this is the light contour palette, and I used this one to contour with. I just did a little bit of contour just right here. I don't usually contour, so again, don't take my review as the only review of these products. Watch other reviews as well if you're interested. But I think the shade is really, really nice. It's super smooth. It blends out so easily. And the bronzer shade is a really, really nice shade for me as well. I do feel like it's more on the cool tone bronzer side, but it's still a bronzer, you know, like it's not too warm. And I think for me in the winter months, I think this is a really good color. So I'm definitely going to be using this a lot. And I'm wondering if, I feel like this shade is the same as, I probably should have done my research on that. They look like the same colors. So, oh, these are magnetic. So this is like sticking to the other one. Look at that. That's fun. Anyway, I do like this. I just need to kind of play with it a little bit more, but I have a feeling it's going to become one of those that I'm just going to be reaching for, because why not? Like, I don't have that many bronzers or contour palettes, and so I might as well use the ones that I have. So yeah, I really like that. Let's see what else is on my face. I'm still using this blush from Clionadh, and I think I used this one in one of my other looks in this video as well. This is the red one. I just thought it would look really, really pretty with the colors that I was going to do on my eyes, and I really, really like it. My highlighter today is from the Noctilucent palette, and I'm still using this one, which is the yellow one. Is my absolute favorite. Please bury me in the shade. I love it so much. My lip combo today is a lip liner, again from Urban Decay, which is the old one that is probably way too old to be used on my lips. This is the shade 1993, and I'm using the shade Sincere from Ace Beauté as my lipstick. And I really like this look. I think it turned out beautifully. I'm also wearing some lilac in my waterline. This is Crybaby. Is it Crybaby? Yeah, Crybaby from ColourPop, and I think that's it. My jewelry is from Ana Luisa as per usual, and I think that's going to sum up today's look. I think tomorrow's look is going to be Thanksgiving's look, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm thinking I want to do something kind of cozy. I might wear like yellow and then do like some sort of a neutrally fun look. I'm not really sure, but you will see that right now and you will know what I'm doing, because I don't know that yet. So this is the Thanksgiving look, and I'm going to dinner at my in-laws house soon. I'm really excited. I can't wait. Thanksgiving is like my favorite holiday of the year, and I love turkey, so I'm really excited. Let's see, what am I using today? I'm using the Valentino foundation because special occasion. I want to, of course, wear the best foundation that I have. Rest of the face is the same up until bronzer, which I'm still using the same thing that I used yesterday, which is the contour palette from Clionadh. I only used a bronzer today though, because I don't need contour. I'm not a contourer, so I just skipped that step. My blush today is from Pat McGrath because it's one of my favorites and I just wanted a very, very pink, reliable blush. So I'm using this one in the shade Cherish. Like I said, one of my absolute favorites. If you're looking at my highlighter and you're like, wow, that's banging, it's because it's the Sugar Drizzle highlighting palette and I'm using the shade here, which is quickly becoming one of my favorites. I love this shade. I also have it on my brow bone and my inner corner. My eyeshadow today, I was like yesterday, I said maybe I will play with the Ace Beauté palettes again, but honestly, when I can just do whatever I want, I tend to reach for either palettes that I know I love or things that I haven't used in a very long time. So today was a case of just wanting to use something that I know I love, so I did reach for the Nearly Natural palette from Glaminatrix. Honestly, probably one of my most used palettes this year, which is kind of shocking. So I used this shade and this shade in my crease, and then on my lid all I have is from Clionadh, and I used 3 of my stained glass shadows. So I kind of separated them out, so I have these 3 down in the corner here. The purple one is the shade called Stencil. The pink one that I have actually, which is more of like a peach in the front of my lid, this is the shade called Renaissance. It's a pearlescent multichrome. I think this is one of the new ones because I haven't, like the imprint on it was still there and I feel like I hadn't used it before, so that's probably one of the newer ones and I love it. I think it is so beautiful. And then I have the shade called Ray just right here on the lower lash line. My lashes today are the same. I can't get enough of these lashes. They are the Divine Light from House of Lashes. If you want a good beginner pair of lashes, you're not used to wearing lashes, you don't want anything too big, keep in mind that I have very, very small eyes, so lashes that might look big and intimidating on me are going to look a lot smaller on most people. So just something to keep in mind. So like I said, the Divine Light ones are amazing. Also, one thing I love about these is that I can wear my sunglasses and my lashes will not hit my sunglasses like any of the ones that I own, and I love that. For my lips today, I wanted to go just pretty neutral, and you know, this is gonna wear off because I'm gonna be eating all day. So I'm wearing the Natasha Denona lip liner, and then I have a gloss on top from Glam Light, and this is from the Icy collection. It's just the shade Cola. I was like, that looks pretty. Haven't used that before, I don't think, so let me just use it. So I really like this look. My scarf is from Amazon. I can link this down below if you want to check it out. Actually, this brand and like this scarf comes in so many different colors, and I think I have 3 of them now. I really like them. They're super, super soft, and I really like a lot of the colors that it comes in, and it's pretty affordable as well. So like I said, I'll link it down below if you want to go check it out. So I think that's going to be it. My earrings, of course, are from Ana Luisa. And yeah, happy Thanksgiving. I mean, I say that now, but you're gonna see this in like 2 weeks. So I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I'm gonna go enjoy some food and I will show you tomorrow's look, which I still don't know what to do with because I don't think I have any packages coming, which means, you guys know, I get to play, which I love that. So I will see you for tomorrow's look. So this is today's look, and I actually didn't end up filming yesterday or even doing my makeup yesterday. I just wanted a day off, and so that's what I did. But today I was really inspired to do my makeup. And honestly, what inspired this look is a video that I'm going to be filming after this about the 2022 eyeshadow tag that I came up with. So one of the questions in there is a palette that surprised you the most. And when I was looking through my collection and I saw this palette, I was like, you know what? This little thing inspired me so much to make this video because I had such a good time playing with this the first time I used it, and this is such a random little palette that probably none of you expected to be in here, but this is the Rococo collection from Flower Nose. I don't know if this has a name on it. I think it's just called the Cold Brew palette, but this is just a very, very small neutral palette. But the thing about this palette is that this packs a punch. Like, do you see that silver shimmer on my lid? It's this little thing in the triangle here, and it's one of the best eyeshadows in my collection. It is so beautiful. The mattes in here are so creamy, so soft, so smooth, so rich. There's something so, I don't even know how to explain it, very sophisticated about this palette that this one really surprised me. And I wasn't expecting this to be as good as it was, so I felt like I needed to add that into the video, and that's why I wanted to play with this today, because I wanted to use one of the palettes that I'm talking about in the video, and this is the one that I wanted to use. So to spice this up a little bit, because obviously it's a very, very neutral look, I did sort of that line underneath my brow, which I've done before, and I've honestly used the same color because I think it just looks really good, I don't know, in this spot. And this is one of the water activated liners from Glisten Cosmetics. This is the shade called Peppa, so it's one of the duos, and I'm using the darkest shade here. I just used some water in it and I just underlined my brow pretty much, and I also did like a small little wing on each side, and I think it turned out so good. Like, I love this look. I think it's so fun. And I also decided to go with a bold lipstick just because I kind of wanted to match the pink that I have here, even though this is more of a reddish pink. I've talked about this lipstick probably in this video already, but this is the lip liner. This is not the lipstick. This is the lip liner in the shade Crimson from Laura Mercier, and then I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. I don't think I'll ever get sick of this. It is such a beautiful color. This is in the shade Patsy Red, and I'm just obsessed. This is like my new favorite lipstick in my collection that I probably will not wear as often as I would like because it's quite bold, but oh my god, do I love it. It's so pretty. Let's see, the rest of my face, I'm using the Fenty foundation again because I'm not going anywhere today, at least that I know of. I'm still playing around with the Kaleidos contour thingies. I'm using the medium shade, and this is the bronzer that I have on today. I just wanted to see if it would work for me, and it definitely does. I think I like it more than the light on it, honestly. And I'm using the light kind of finishing slash brightening slash setting powder, whatever you want to call this, under my eye, and I really do like it to set under my eye. I think it looks really nice. I also opened a new pair of lashes from House of Lashes, and I decided first to try out the Iconic light ones, but after I cut them and I tried to like put them on my eye, I realized, you know what, these are just too big for me. They're too long, so I don't think the Iconics and the Iconic lights are for me. So I wanted something a little bit shorter, even though these are quite long, but this is just a new pair of the Allura lights, which I really, really like. Now, these are supposedly kind of like even all the way around, but since I cut them, they definitely have more of a flare on the outer portion than if you hadn't cut them. So it does kind of alter the shape of the lash, but I still think these lashes are so beautiful. I think the only thing I haven't mentioned yet is my face products. I'm using a blush and a highlighter from Pat McGrath, and this is the highlighting trio palette from the holiday last year. I think from last year, I could be wrong, but I think that is basically everything that I'm wearing, and I love this look. I think this turned out so, so good. So this is where we're at today, and I definitely have a lot of thoughts about everything that's on my face today, but I'm gonna try to keep it short. I'm wondering if I should make a separate video on this. I may or may not have that up already when you're seeing this, but I made an order from Pat McGrath. So I'm wearing the foundation. I got all of this for, I wanna say 35% off. They were having a huge sale where if you spent like a large amount, you'd get more money off. So I made a pretty big order because I was just curious and I really wanted to try a lot of the things. So first thoughts on the foundation, I think it is absolutely stunning, and I got the perfect shade. So far, A+. Obviously can't tell you about wear time because I haven't worn it, but I like the consistency of it. It's very nice and thin. It has decent coverage, and it looks really, really nice on the skin. So big thumbs up for me so far. I also got the face palette from the holiday collection, and I got the, I think this is the darkest one. This is the shade Divine Rose, I think this one is called. And I'm using a combination of these two as my blush today. I kind of just mixed them together, and then I also had the highlighter on. I think this is so beautiful. I really like Pat McGrath's blushes. I think they're such a nice formula, so easy to use, blends out so beautifully. Let's see, what else did I have in my order? I also bought one of these lipsticks. So this is one of the kind of glittery lipstick. I'm not sure you're gonna be able to see the actual glitter in here, but on the lips, I think this looks so nice. It almost just looks like a gloss in a way, like a very shiny lipstick. And I'm so here for that. Like, this is so comfortable. It doesn't feel gritty at all. Despite having like glitters in it, it feels really, really nice. I did use a lip liner under. This is just a little one from ColourPop, but I love this lipstick. Like, I want to get more of these because I think it is so beautiful. Now, the star of the show, I did also end up buying one of her Mothership palettes because I had heard so many people be like, you gotta try the Motherships, you gotta try the special shades. And like, I've swatched these in Sephora before, but I've never like actually played with them and used them. And I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. Like, this eye look is so pretty. You cannot tell me otherwise. So I have the bronze seduction here, and this is probably not the one that, is that what this is called even? Yeah, this is probably not the one that most people would expect me to pick up, but honestly, I felt like the selection of the mattes in here is probably more what I'm looking for than the selection of the mattes in the other palettes from her. And I also was so drawn to this corner, and I used a lot of the shades today. I used this shade, this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade. And I gotta say, I think it is absolutely stunning. I'm wondering though if the red is irritating my eyes a little bit because it is kind of watery, and I have had that problem with some other reds in the past, so I'm glad I didn't put too much eyeshadow underneath my eye because that might happen the rest of the day, but we'll see. I will say that these special shades are very special, but you definitely want to use a glitter glue with them because I feel like they'd be all over the place otherwise, but like I'm used to these kind of formulas, so for me, this was a walk in the park and I really enjoyed using them and I think they're absolutely stunning. Now, could I get the same result with something else? Probably, and my first thought was, this feels like just putting the Noctilucent palette from Blend Bunny on my eyes. Like if I had used this shade on my lid and this shade underneath my eye and my brow bone like I did with the Pat McGrath palette, I feel like I would get the exact same look. But there is something different about the textures in this palette that does intrigue me, and I don't regret buying this, and I'm really excited to play more with it and see what I can do, and I feel like this is a very festive look. Like I feel like I could wear this for like Christmas or New Year's or really anytime. Like it's fun, but it's also neutral, but it's not so unapproachable that people are gonna look at you like you're wearing crazy makeup. And I really like the pop of green here and here. I think it just really adds to the look and makes it special. So I really, really like this palette so far. And like I said, I can't wait to play more with it. I'm also wearing some lashes. These are the Dreamlike from Unearthly. Still really liking these. And I think that's pretty much it for today's look. I want to try to keep it kind of short because, I mean, obviously there's going to be a lot more looks in this video. I may or may not be able to play with this again tomorrow. No, probably not, because I have other things I need to play with. So this might be the only look with this palette in this video, but don't you worry. I will play with this as much as I possibly can. So you will definitely see this palette in other videos as well. So let's just move on to the next look. So this is what I am wearing today, and I did not get a chance to play with the Pat McGrath palette again because I just got done filming my 5th best palette of 2022 and I did a look with it. I am still wearing the Pat McGrath foundation though, and I would like to just give an update and say that I feel like it wore well yesterday, but it's not the most long-lasting foundation. I think if you have oily skin and you don't like that kind of dewy look, you might want to just pat this a couple of times a day. I did realize around like 3 or 4 p.m. I took a bit of like blotting paper and just went over a couple spots that looked a little bit shiny, and that worked totally fine. And like this definitely wore throughout the day and it didn't start to break up or anything, but it did look a little bit dewier than what I would have preferred, and I can't see myself not doing anything throughout the day after putting it on. But like I said, beautiful foundation. I'm really happy that I bought it, and I think for the price that I got it for, which was like $25, absolutely worth it. Like I was saying, my eyes today is the 5th best palette of 2022, and that went to the Paletopoly palette from Ace Beauté. That video should have been up a long time after this one, or before this one, so you've definitely seen that already if you've been following, but here's what the palette looks like. I used a combination of this pink shade, this blue shade, this pink shade, this blue shade, and what else did I use? This purple, I think. I think that's pretty much it. And I really like this look. I think it turned out very, very nicely. I'm still using the Allura Light Lashes from House of Lashes, and I feel like, I don't know if it's just me, but have you guys ever bought a pair of lashes and then absolutely love them, and then you buy a new pair and you feel like they're different? Like, I don't know what it is about these. I don't know if I cut it too much or they're just a little bit stiffer and I didn't like break them up enough to be like not so stiff, but I feel like I struggle to get like a good application with them, but they look the same. It's just, I don't know what it is. Like they just don't feel as good as the first pair, which is slightly frustrating because I really like those, but I'm just gonna keep wearing them because I do like them. For my face today, I'm using the new Pat McGrath palette still because I did want to keep testing this one, and I'm using this as my blush. I think it is beautiful. Still wearing the highlighter, which is kind of, I don't know if I'd say subtle, but it's a very classy highlighter that still looks like a highlighter. Like you can definitely see that I have highlighter on, but it's not like glittery or in your face or anything like that, like the Noctilucent palette from Blend Bunny, which I do have in my inner corner as well as my brow bone. My lip combo today is the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes liner from Glamlight together with a lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade Wedding Bells, which I think is beautiful, and on top I have a lip gloss from Unearthly in the shade Cupid because I just wanted a shinier lip today. So I think that's gonna sum up this look, I think. Is that everything? I'm looking at this and I feel like I didn't mention that. My eyeliner today is the number 4 from Odens size. So that's gonna pretty much sum up today's look. So I will admit, I do think that the Pat McGrath hype is pretty real. I mean, I am using this palette again today because I want to keep playing with it. I want to see what kind of looks I can come up with this palette, and I really like this look. I used, honestly, some of the same shades as I used in the first look that I did. I used this shade in my crease just as a very light transition shade. This shade is my wing. I also did do a water activated liner just like to pull in some of the blue that I have in my shirt because I thought that could be kind of fun. And then on my lid, I first used this one, which I kind of knew before buying this palette that this shade would have hard pan because a lot of people have told me that. So this is not a good shade at all. Like, this is a dud. I had a really hard time getting it onto my eyes, but I really just wanted it on my eyes as a bit of a like underlayer so that I could put this topper over the top. So this is what I have all over my lid, and I think this shade is so beautiful. And I really think that it benefited from having something underneath. I watched a video of someone kind of showing the different formulas in here and how they're intended to be used, and these are definitely supposed to be like used to be able to transform all of these other shades, and that's how I wanted to use it, and I really feel like it did that. And I think that if I'd used this on its own, it would have had a bit of a lighter shift to it and not as deep of a base, which I mean totally makes sense. So I'm having a really good time with this palette. I'm also using a little bit of this one just on my brow bone. So that is what is on my eyes. My lashes today are from Unicorn Cosmetics. These are a new pair that I opened that I've been kind of scared to try because I wasn't sure of them. These are in the style Bubble Pop, and I think I like them. I maybe could have trimmed them just a little bit more, but they're very kind of sparse and they have like little spikes in them. So I think I like them. I need to kind of try them a few more times. They're like fairly comfortable now that I have them on. I do think they're just a little bit too long, so I should probably cut off like just another little piece on that. I'm wearing the Pat McGrath lipstick as well, and I really like this formula. I like this formula so much more than I thought I would. Like, I wanted something kind of glittery and metallic looking, and I feel like this is that, but in a very sophisticated, pretty kind of way. It almost just looks like a sparkling gloss on top of a lipstick, and I really like that. And they're so comfortable. They wear really well, so I actually ended up buying 2 more of these formula-wise because they were on sale for $12, and I was like, how can I not, right? Because I think they're so good. In my waterline, I'm using a Norvina eyeliner because I just wanted something nude. I'm still using the face palette from Pat McGrath, and today I used... Have I put on any eyeliner? I don't think I have highlighter on today. That's unusual for me, but I'm gonna fix that. But I'm using this shade as my blush. I went kind of light today because I didn't want too much of a blush. I'm just gonna go ahead and put on my highlighting palette from Blend Bunny, and I'm just gonna take the yellow shade here because it's just my favorite, and I just think it's gonna go with this look very nicely. Honestly, I could probably have used the shade in the palette, which is the kind of yellow toppery shade, and I feel like I would have gotten the same effect, but I think that is a little bit too dry maybe to be a highlighter, so I would probably get glitter like all over my face instead of just half my face, and I don't really want that. I'm okay with just having it on half my face. But I do just absolutely love this highlighter. I think it's so beautiful. So I think that's pretty much it. I think that's also going to be it for this video because I think I'm at 7 looks now. So I'm actually going to call this a video. I hope you guys enjoy these as per usual. I know those of you who do watch really do like these. So I'll probably keep doing them for a little while longer and kind of see how it goes. The views on the last couple hasn't been that great, but what are you gonna do, right? Maybe it'll pick up, maybe it won't. I'll just kind of feel it out and see what happens. But yeah, this is gonna be the look. Let me know which look was your favorite. I don't think I can really pick. I honestly liked all of the looks, I think. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see some more of these, I do have a playlist. I'll put that right there. And if you are new, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.